Now, tomorrow is Pets Day, when for once the rules are lifted and you can bring in the pet of your choice. Now, remember, the mayor will be here to present the pet care certificates. So I want you on your best behaviour. Have you got that? Of course, it doesn't have to be your own pet. You might know someone who owns an elephant. Though getting that into the corridor might be a bit difficult.
I wish I could see that.
It's an earthquake, sir!
Don't be silly. This is not an earthquake area. I wish whoever was making that noise would go away! Really?
Are you bringing anything, Ben?
Yeah, I'm bringing in a parrot. It belongs to my neighbour, Mr. Sims. He asked me to look after it for a couple of days, you know, while he's on a business trip.
What about you, Paula?
Oh, I'm not bringing in anything. I disapprove of animals being treated as inferior life forms in this human-centred world.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
What sort of parrot is he again? He's a Pomeranian push-push, aren't you, Archie? Usually parrots are these sort of fantastic talkers, but Archie seems to be a silent Pomeranian push-push. That's what makes him so rare. I just hope my mum doesn't give me grief over looking after him.
Why should she?
Because my mum worries about everything.
Yeah, well, that's what mums do.
I know, but my mum's taking it to a whole new level. I tell you, Steve, if worrying was an Olympic sport, my mum would win the gold medal. She's a bit bonkers. Talking about being bonkers, what was that with you and Paula?
What?
You know, when she was talking about us humans treating animals as inferior life forms, and you said, yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Promise you won't tell.
Of course I won't.
And you, Whizziwig. I don't want you getting me into any trouble.
Huh? When have I ever got you into trouble? Yeah, all right. I promise.
Right. I fancy Paula. What? What's wrong with that?
Whoa.
Look, and remember, you both promised. Not a word. I don't want Paula finding out until I'm ready to tell her.
And this isn't just a phase that Ben's going through. I saw a spaceship land in our garden yesterday.
Absolutely. Gina?
I'm talking to you about Ben.
Ben? Well, it's a lovely lad, Ben, yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Ben. Hello, Polly.
No, his name's Archie, and he doesn't talk.
Oh, yes, the famous Pomeranian push-push. Remember we saw it on TV? Yes, rare silent bird, lovely plumage, and you know, the way that... Well, anyway, I must move on.
And I'll stay here. I'll be back in a minute, okay?
You're not going to leave it there like that.
Mr. Sims does. Anyway, it's only while I go to the corner shop. I forgot the birdseed.
Be careful.
Of what?
I don't want you getting into trouble while you're out.
I won't.
Ben, you might not think of it as trouble, but lately you've been doing some very silly things.
Mum, I promise, no trouble.
Daniel.
Gina.
No, this is important. About what Mr. Archer said at the parents' evening, about Ben being silly sometimes.
Look, Gina, I know you're worried, but I'm sure everything's going to be all right.
Well, I never thought you'd let work get in the way of your family, Daniel Sinclair.
I don't. But this particular job is running into a lot of trouble. We're running behind and the firm are expecting me to make things move faster.
Speed isn't everything.
It is in this job. Now, I told them tomorrow I'm introducing a new system of working. Tea breaks, 10 minutes maximum. I think that will show them how serious the problem is.
Nobody wants to discuss anything properly in this house. I wish you could talk, and then at least there'd be someone to have a conversation with.
What do you want to talk about?
You can talk. Daniel, you know that Pomeranian push-push that doesn't speak?
Gina, please.
It spoke.
Yes, I'm sure it did.
Look,
I've got
come and
these
listen.
plans that... Oh.
Listen. Right. Say something like you did just now.
Gina...
But it spoke.
Yes, darling, I'm sure it did.
Boy, he's in a bad mood.
You spoke. So why didn't you talk just now when Daniel was here?
Pretty Archie.
I'm going potty. This parrot can't talk.
Make up your mind. Either I can or I can't. Don't worry about it. You worry too much already as it is.
Who says?
Your son, Ben, I quote. I tell you, Steve, if worrying was an Olympic sport, my mum would win the gold medal. My mum's a bit bonkers.
I got it. I don't believe this.
What don't you believe, Ben, old friend?
You, talking, and not just talking. Telling my mum what I said about her. This is all your fault, Whizziwig.
Oh, that's most unfair. I don't choose what people wish for, and as wishes go, a talking parrot is pretty tame.
I suppose so. Providing you don't go around telling people what other people said about them.
Okay, so you don't want to know what your mum said about you. I can understand that.
Hey, what did she say?
My beak is sealed.
Look, fair's fair.
Okay. She's worried you're going to get into trouble. There's this Mr. Archer, and he told her you've been acting silly lately.
I have not.
Don't moan at me. I'm just telling you what she said.
You see, Whizziwig, all those things that happen at school because of silly wishes, I'm getting the blame for it. My mum thinks I'm turning into some sort of juvenile delinquent.
Gina, you haven't seen me drawings, have you? Living room! Right, I'm off.
Daniel, please be careful driving this morning, the state you're in.
I'm not driving. I'm walking. See you later, Ben. Site's only round the corner. I'll be back home early today. Right, I must be late. I want to set a good example.
Oi! Your dad's rushing around too much on this new job. I wish you'd slow down.
Get that sorted right. Morning. Hey? Look. Ah, now. He said he was going to start a new system today. It must be that Tai Chi stuff, you know, sort of exercises. Apparently, all the firms out in Japan and China start their day with it. Yeah, it's supposed to get you in the mood for work. Well, come on. No!
I'm not sure if his dad's going slow. It's a good idea, Whizziwig.
Your mum is only concerned for his health. It's a good wish.
No, a good wish is a lifetime supply of nuts and a coconut.
If you ask me, that's just selfish.
Yeah, well, who's asking you? Ha ha! This being able to talk's fun.
Yeah, providing you don't overdo it. We don't want people at school wondering how a parrot that's famous for being silent can suddenly start chatting away.
A miracle of science. Wow, yuck! Call the fashion police!
I beg your pardon? What did you say?
Nothing.
Yes, you did.
It wasn't me. It was the parrot.
Really? It's bad enough that you make a sarcastic comment about my dress without blaming some poor, unfortunate bird that can't answer back for itself. But if you do that again, I'll report you to your parents.
It still looks terrible.
I've got a feeling today's going to be a nightmare. And it's all your fault, Whizziwig.
I fail to see how it can be my fault that this peculiar animal has such a rude way of addressing people.
What are you calling peculiar, rubberhead? You ain't no oil painting yourself.
Oh, well, really.
Right, quick cup of tea before we start. 10 minutes only.
What you got there? What do I look like? Hal? A camel? Who's the village idiot?
Are you working that?
Working it? Are you serious? This kid has enough trouble working himself.
You making fun of me?
No, it's not me. It's a parrot.
Archie! Ah!
What's going on?
Oh, Ben. Have you got a minute? I need to talk to you about the man.
Yeah, I'm just coming, sir. You're staying here until I can work out a way of stopping you getting me into more trouble.
Chicken!
Oh, that's a fine thing. A parrot calling someone a chicken.
I don't think you meant it that way, Whizziwig. See you two in a bit, all right?
Don't leave it too long. I don't like the look of this weirdo.
Right, tea break over. Let's make a start. Come on.
What kind of animal are you?
I am not an animal. I am from the planet Oricon.
Okay, yes. Another nut who thinks he's an alien from outer space.
I am from outer space, and I am not a he. I'm a she.
Okay, okay. Lighten up, furball.
Furball?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Sinclair, but it's your rule. 10 minutes and no more. I mean, we don't want to set a bad example, do we? Hey, I love this Tai Chi stuff, though.
When the mayor has finished his presentation, I want someone to offer a speech of thanks on behalf of the school. I thought it would be a good idea if you were to do it.
Me?
Yes. Well, as I said to your parents the other day, now and then you get carried away with silly things.
I'll do my best.
I know you do, Ben. That's why I thought this would be good for you. Show you can act responsibly.
Sir!
What is it, Brian? Can't you see I'm busy?
I've just seen a parrot, sir, but it was talking to an alien from outer space.
I see. How are you feeling apart from that, Brian? Any, dizzy spells, fevers? You hearing any strange buzzing sounds?
No, sir.
Perhaps it'd be a good idea if you went to see the nurse. Get her to check your head out for bumps, that sort of thing.
I did see it, sir, and it was shaped like a rugby ball, and it was having an argument with this parrot.
Yes, I'm sure it was. I think I'd better come with you. We don't want you to get lost on the way to nurse.
Bring her up.
Oh, dear.
I don't like cats.
Where's your python then?
My mum wouldn't let me bring it in.
Horrible, isn't it? Seeing all these animals treated like second-class citizens, caged and muzzled.
Steve fancies Paula.
What?
Steve fancies Paula. Whoa, you love machine. Go on, Steve, give her a kiss, baby.
Steve?
I've never seen this parrot before in my life. This is all your fault. My fault.
This is Ben Sinclair, Mr. Mayor. He'll be giving the address of thanks after you've made the presentation.
Perhaps it might be a good idea if I check with young Ben what he's going to say in his address. It might be worth him reminding the public about my many great works, that sort of thing.
Yes. Well, I'll leave you to go over that with Ben.
Well, boy, I assume you have a list of my many achievements as mayor.
Many achievements as mayor?
Where's this guy coming from?
I beg your pardon?
Don't beg, Jackson. Hey, why are you wearing a string of chocolates around your neck? Give us a sweetie, huh? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Huh?
Mr. Archer?
Give us a sweetie, that's
I
all.
trust that you and Ben are getting on.
We most certainly are not. He's making fun of me.
Honest, sir, I'm not.
What's going on?
He has trained this parrot to insult me. Just listen. Well, it's the boy himself who's doing it. He's throwing his voice.
Ben?
I'm not, sir.
Time, Mr. Mayor.
It's, 2:30, and about time you got your own watch.
No, I mean time for the ceremony.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, this is still this Tai Chi stuff, isn't it, eh? Yeah. Once you get into a thing, you really go for it, Mr. Sinclair. I will say that. Oh, whoops! Hang on, this is where the soakaway was. We wouldn't want to sink in that. Quick! Oh dear.
And as I look around me at this assembled gathering, animals and children, children and animals, different animals of all kinds of everything.
Get on with it!
Who said that? Come on, own up.
It's the parrot, sir.
It's that boy again.
No, it isn't, sir.
Well, if it isn't you who's doing it, who is it?
Well, it ain't me.
Ben, go and wait in the corridor and take that parrot with you.
My mum's gonna go mad when she hears about this. Thanks to you and your wishes, Whizziwig.
I'm getting a bit fed up with everything being blamed on me.
Hey, if the shoe fits, wear it, Dumpy.
Dumpy?
Clever stuff, Ben.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Brilliant. That pompous idiot's been asking for that for years. But don't tell anyone I said so.
Hey, your secret's safe with us.
It's my daughter's birthday today. And later on, I'm giving her a little party. Would you come and do your act?
Hey, you're on!
No.
Spoiled sport. Sorry, don't take any notice of him, lady.
No, sorry. We don't do any performances under any circumstances. Not a word.
If you do it, I can get you out of trouble.
How?
Well, I'll call your teacher tomorrow and I'll tell him that the mayor wasn't really upset. What do you say?
Okay.
Atta boy!
Could you just sign this? It's for the cement we'll leave for tomorrow. Maybe just your initials will do. Only I've got to give it back to the driver before he goes. Tonight. Maybe just the one initial then. Great. Hey, you better take care. Charlie's on that. He hasn't got his good glasses on today. Thanks.
Mr. Sims, his conference has been cancelled.
I'm afraid he's taking his parrot back.
So?
Well, without the parrot, I can't do the act.
But you're a ventriloquist. Any dummy will do.
And if you're not here for the party, your teacher doesn't get a phone call tomorrow morning.
All you have to do is sit on my knee and talk back when I talk to you.
I am not sitting on your knee.
You have to. You're the dummy.
All right. But if anyone from school finds out about this... I don't know why I'm doing this. For one thing, it'll never work.
Yes, it will. Come on, let's practice. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Ben! No, this is ridiculous.
Steve, someone for you.
Oh?
I wonder how I can make Steve look more like a dummy.
Oh, hi.
Your mum said that you were here.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Look, Paula, when the parrot said that I fancied you,
Yeah?
well, I do.
So what are you going to do about it then?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't thought that far ahead yet.
Well, would you like to go for a walk? You know, just while you think.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see you when I get back.
No? With me, you idiot.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I'll just go and get the coat. Yes.
Where are you off to?
I am going for a walk with Paula. Just the two of us.
What about the act?
You'll be fine.
Oh, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, but what am I going to use for a dummy? I'm off to Mrs. Morton's.
All right. I'm a bit worried about your dad. I can't think where he's got to. He said he was going to be home early tonight.
Do you want me to go look for him? I can go to the site.
No, it's all right. Just wish he'd hurry up.
I don't think he'll be long now.
I wish you'd slow down. Just go at normal speed like everyone else.
Where are you off to?
It's a long story.
Tell me later. I've had the worst day at work ever.
For the last time, Ben, I am not a ventriloquist dummy.
You have to be, and remember, be funny.
Oh, you've arrived. Wonderful. Come in. And is this the replacement for the parrot?
Yeah, it's Whizziwig. Whizziwig, say hello to Mrs. Morton.
Hello, Mrs. Morton. How do you do?
Well, it doesn't have the same character that you gave the parrot. The parrot was much better. It was funnier, more dynamic. Plus, this has to be the ugliest dummy I've ever seen. Still, it's better than nothing, I suppose. Come in and I'll introduce you.
Ugh, better than nothing. The ugliest dummy she's ever seen.
Yeah, well...
I'm not as good as that parrot. That stupid puffed up bunch of feathers. Well, that does it. If she thinks I'm going to entertain her and her daughter's idiot friends, she's got another think coming. Ugh.
Boys and girls, I'm delighted to introduce you to a wonderful young ventriloquist who gave me such a huge laugh earlier this afternoon. And I'm sure he's going to do the same thing for you now. So please welcome Ben Sinclair and Whizziwig.
We had an interesting journey over here, didn't we, Whizziwig? What did you say, Whizziwig? Ah, she's shy. That's right, isn't it, Whizziwig? You're shy and you don't feel like talking. So why don't I sing a song and hope that Whizziwig feels like talking in a moment?
Because you can't sing, kid.
I promise not later than midnight.
My owner, boys and girls, thinks I'm Cinderella!
You came after all.
It took some talking, but I persuaded him. Hey, so you came here as well, Whizzy? It's okay, you can take off the mask. We've had a laugh.
Oh, please don't clap. You'll only encourage him.
There was this lord, and he was on holiday at Seaside.
Not jokes as well. This is too much.
You bet.
Listen, you over-decorated feather duster.
Oh, hark, who's talking? The world's first talking chamois leather.
You're not the only one who can tell jokes, you know. On my planet, I have a reputation of being a bit of a comedian.
You must excuse my friend, but there's a very good reason why she thinks she's from another planet. She's raving nuts!
Well, anyway, this joke.
Wake me up when it's over.
Our mother says to her son, have you changed the water in the goldfish bowl? And he says to her...
No, they haven't drunk the last lot yet.
Well, really?
Danielle, I used to do shows like that.
And I bet you were great, Stephen.
There you go. Next week in Whizziwig, she transports the family back in time to King Arthur's court. And when Lancelot challenges Ben's dad to a duel, the boys need more than a court jester to sort it out.
Yeah, it's on at 4:10 and it's next Wednesday here on CITV.
This is no time to be playing games.